everybody, I'm HMR Prisons and welcome to my Zen in 10 video series designed to get you back to your Zen in just 10 minutes. Hi everyone, this is your Zen in 10 for runners today. So those of you that have been enjoying the time by going running, maybe some of you are seasoned runners or new to the running scene, this yoga class will help keep your body conditioned, keep the aches and pains away and keep yourself flexible throughout. So you're going to be on your knees. I'd like you to bring your right foot flat on the floor. And I want you to slide it back as far as you can where perhaps you're going to start to feel a little bit of a stretch. Okay? So really you want to have your toes a little bit further back behind your left knee. And I just want you to sort of lean forward, leaning onto the right thigh with the chest. So I'll show you from the side. Effectively, we're stretching more so down into the soleus, a little bit into the Achilles here. So just leaning backwards and forwards, feeling the stretch into the back of the leg. You might need to sort of move your foot forwards or backwards just to kind of find that sweet spot for you because we're all different. And then we're going to change sides. You're now going to bring the left foot forward. I always find my left one is so much tighter, so it's easier to feel into this one. Again, I'm just resting, flopping my body over the thigh. I'm just moving backwards and forwards, just exploring into that soleus. Excellent. And then we are going to come onto the hands and the knees, tucking the toes under. You're actually going to sit back onto the heels with the toes tucked under. And we're going to lean back and forward. Lean back, take all of your weight through the toes. So we're stretching out into the plantar fascia, the bit that gets a little bit tight underneath our foot. And bringing some flexion to the toes, because when they're kind of stuck in trainers and shoes all day long, the toes don't get to move nicely like they're meant to do, to help with our balance, walking and running. So just stay with me here, keep leaning forwards and backwards. I know I feel the pain, but it's a good pain. One more, lean backwards. Lean forwards and then release your toes and we'll just tap them on the mat. Just bring some life back into them. Coming into your downward facing dog. So you're going to stretch one leg back, then the other, lift the bottom up and push the chest back. Now again, another great one for the calves. So it's walk the heels up and down on the spot. Now, a lot of people tend to do this, you know, like they're running. Let's do this slowly. Let's get a good stretch down the back of those legs. Maybe push the left heel down and lift the left toes up as the heel is going down. Push the right heel down, lift the right toes up as high as you can. You're really going to feel this. Left heel down, left toes up. Right heel down, right toes up. Don't worry if they won't lift very far. They'll get there. Excellent. And then both heels down, both toes up. You're like, yeah, you must be kidding now, Hannah. And then exhale, release. Okay, so just lift the bottom up as much as you can. We're going to step the right foot between the hands. And don't worry if you only get it halfway up. Let's bring it with our hand so that it is at the top of the mat. We're going to bring our back knee down. Inhale, lift the arms up, coming into our low lunge. Now really squeeze through your glutes here, like you're holding a pen between your butt cheeks, and then push your hips forward, lift up the chest. We're going to take the right hand to the right hip and the left arm alongside the ear. Now you may notice you feel that stretch into the hip flexor a little bit more now. Keep squeezing your glutes, pushing the hips forward, leaning back a little bit through the chest. And then maybe even start to look over your right shoulder. One more big breath here. Keep pushing the hips forward, leaning back, twisting. And then inhale, come back to center. Lift the back knee and step back to downward facing dog. And then we'll walk the heels up and down the spot. And just bring your attention to the front of your hips and just notice on both sides how they feel now after that hip flexor stretch. Good. Then we're going to step the left foot forward. Again, please pick it up and place it so that it is between your hands. Back knee comes down and then inhale, reaching the arms up into your low lunge position. Squeeze the glutes, lift up the front two tips of the pelvis, lengthen through the spine. Left hand comes down to left hip, right arm alongside the ear. Bit of a side stretch, just helps you get into your psoas a little bit deeper. Little twist, look over the left shoulder, push the hips forward, lean back. Keep lengthening up through the spine. Sending the breath into anywhere that feels tight. And then inhale, coming back to center. Bring the hands down, step back to your downward facing dog. Now you're going to slowly walk the feet towards the hands as far as you can. And then exhale, just relaxing down over the thighs. Sway from side to side. Relax the head. Maybe if you're one of the lucky ones that can touch the floor or touch your toes, maybe grab hold of the toes and pull yourself down a little bit more. Otherwise, you can always have the hands on the shins or blocks and allowing your chest to relax down. Then you're going to walk your feet back to your downward facing dog. And we're going to step the right foot forward again. This time we're going to make it a little bit harder. Left knee comes down. We're going to reach around with the right hand, grabbing our back foot. You may need to pop your hand on a block or something that's going to help you reach for that back foot. And then pull it back towards you. So just working through your quads and your hip flexor a little bit deeper now. Keep breathing, trying to relax. And then exhale, release your back foot. You're now going to send your weight into your left knee and start to dorsiflex your front foot. So you're drawing the toes back towards you. Again, you might want to have your hands on blocks or a pile of books or something if the fingertips aren't coming down to the floor. Okay? We're going to inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, folding forward over your front leg. Take a few deep breaths here. Keep lengthening your spine, drawing the right hip back, relaxing the head down. One more breath. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, bringing your right knee down. Inhale, reaching around with your left hand for your right foot and drawing it in. You're opening up through the chest, squeezing into the glutes, stretching into the quads and the hip flexors. Deep breaths. And then exhale, release the back foot, maybe grab your blocks. Extend your left leg out in front of you, dorsiflex the foot, draw the left hip back and down. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. I recommend, if you can, maybe pausing the video and holding some of these postures for a little bit longer. Ideally at least a minute, maybe a minute and a half on each one at least. And then inhale, coming back to center, step back to your downward facing dog, and just take a moment to notice how your legs are now feeling, how your hips are feeling. Bring your knees down to the ground, hands to heart center. Well done, you have concluded your running and your stretch out from your run. Thank you everybody, namaste. Keep those legs nice and healthy.